CCTV Camera World is proud to provide support for products purchased from our website. If you purchased your product from another vendor, please contact the vendor you purchased from for further assistance.
Here we'll be showing you how to enable AI-based video detection on a PoE camera system by Security Cameras Inc. So the first thing is you need to log into your system. I'm actually viewing the system using a HDMI monitor connected to the back of the NVR recorder with a mouse connected to the front of the NVR. So using the mouse, you would navigate to the screen here and right-click the mouse screen and then click on the menu in the bottom left and then go into Setup. Enter in the password. This is the default graphical password. Then go into the Detection AI Setup section. I'm going to press on the word AI. This is a link to the menu item. When you enter this menu, you'll see there are different options. Based on the current firmware in 2024, these are the options that I have. Not all cameras will have all these AI-based detection methods. This is just the NVR menu of what the NVR can support. But your detection methods will vary depending on the capabilities of each camera you have. The NVR does not do the detection. It is the camera, the PoE camera that you have, that does the detection inside. It can do one type of detection at a time. You cannot have multiple detection rules enabled, and I'm going to show you that. So let's say for the one camera that I do have on this NVR, I'm going to enable something called pedestrian and vehicle detection. Now, if I wanted to have it on 24/7, I just go here into this menu and click Switch. This switch means I've checked it on, and now it will detect this detection method 24/7, and I can hit Apply. So that's after you get the Saved Parameter Successfully message, you can hit the Setup and configure this rule further. This video is not to show you how to configure each and every rule. It's to show you the logic behind how to set up a rule. So there is no misunderstanding about how many rules you can set up. You can only do one type of detection at a time per camera, provided that detection method is available on the camera itself. So in this pedestrian and vehicle detection, right now it's just set to detection area being full screen. It'll just detect the whole screen. If you wanted to just detect it in a certain area, you could go to user define and define your own area and then hit save. That's just a freebie that I'm throwing out there. You can actually watch other videos we'll make on how to set each different detection rule. So let's say you set a rule here. I'm going to change mine back to full screen, hit save. It did that. Right click out of here, go back. And what I've done now is I've set a detection rule for AI for pedestrian and vehicle on channel 1, and it's going to do it 24/7. So now that I have one rule enabled, I'm going to go and attempt to set a second rule, this one called perimeter intrusion. When I go and try to hit the switch, it has a question mark here, and it's giving me a message that you can't have more than one rule at a time. You already have pedestrian and vehicle enabled. So that's telling you you can't have, for example, every one of these rules enabled. No, it's only one at a time. Now, if you want to be able to enable a different rule, hit switch here, hit apply. I just turned that off. And then now I can go and enable, for example, perimeter intrusion, and then go into that rule and further specify it. So that's how you set up a detection rule on your PoE camera one at a time, 24/7. Now I'm going to show you how you can set up a schedule where the detection is only done on schedule, not 24/7. So I don't have anything enabled. I go under schedule, and now I have to first enable the schedule for that channel. And then I have to set a schedule for a specific detection method, granted it's available on the camera. So in this case, I will do face detection. And then I will draw, I just left clicked and I drew a rectangle and it highlighted all the boxes as green. This is basically 24/7. If I wanted to remove some boxes, I just draw over them by left pressing the mouse button and removing them. Or I can just go like this and remove everything. Now, let's say I just want detection rules at nighttime. So it's not recording 24/7. I would basically do that and hit apply. And when I hit apply, it's basically going to set a schedule for face detection and enable that schedule. This is a two-part process when you do a schedule-based AI detection rule. And to show you now, when I go into one of these other rules, it grays out. It's telling me these functions are mutually exclusive, meaning you can only have one at a time. You can only enable one rule at a time. Now, if I go under face detection, it tells me it's on schedule. So do all the other menus. You have to go back into the schedule menu to understand which detection rule was the schedule set for, and the one with the green boxes is the one that's enabled. If you want to change this, you need to actually uncheck the schedule and go to a different one, and then create your schedule there and hit apply. So now I've set a detection rule for pedestrian vehicle, and it's no longer available for face detection. I hope you follow that, because the green boxes tell you which rule is enabled on schedule. So now if I go back to face detection, if I go to schedule, this doesn't mean it's doing face detection. Face detection is off. It is pedestrian and vehicle that the boxes are green for, and that's the detection method that's being used now. Now I go back into pedestrian and vehicle, it switches schedule. It's not on 24/7, there's no checkbox. It's following that schedule you just created, and then hit the setup gear icon, and then you can specify how you want your motion detection for human and vehicle-based detection to work, like I showed earlier. And that's pretty much it. So this is a certain nuance you need to understand when you're enabling AI-based methods for event detection on your Security Cameras Inc camera. 1, it can be 24/7. 2, it could be on schedule. And 3, you need to make sure that you're only enabling one at a time. That's how all cameras are. You can't have multiple different kinds of detection methods. You have to choose what's the job of your camera and what AI detection method you're going to use on that. We hope you found this video useful. Thank you for watching.
If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.